and thanks for joining me, your sport pilot James Glory, on another exciting episode of Sport Vibe on GNT, where we'll bring you exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sports every Tuesday. This week won't be an exception, so I would implore you to please stay tuned, because we'll be right back shortly after this break. Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned as we start from the world of the Super Bowl that we witnessed on Sunday, where we saw the Philadelphia Eagles defeating the Kansas City Chiefs in the finals of the Super Bowl. Everyone would have been thinking that the Chiefs would be able to win it again after making it to the finals for 5 times in 6 years in the Super Cup. They will be hoping that they will be able to defeat the Eagles, but the Eagles swore high against the Chiefs as they were able to defeat them 40-22 in the finals of the Super Bowl to win it for the second time in the history after winning it in the year 2018. This is the second time that they have won it. When you talk about the Super Bowl, they were able to shock the Chiefs this time around. The Eagles swearing high, and now the champions of the Super Bowl. Quite an interesting outing for them on Sunday, particularly in the Super Bowl finals. And quickly let's switch our attention to another exciting tournament that will be taking place coming next month. Starting from March 16th, we'll be witnessing the Formula 1 coming back on our screen, and the first race will be run at Australia as displayed on your screen. We'll be seeing the second race in China and the next one in Japan. The Formula 1 fans will be excited this time around to declare the start of Formula 1, where we have seen so many drivers switch from one team to another, and we will yet sitting tight for an exciting outing in the year 2025 Formula 1 outing. And quickly let's switch our attention again to the world of football, where we'll talk about another event that will be taking place March 16th. In the world of football, we'll be talking about the finals of the Carabao Cup that will be taking place between Liverpool and Newcastle after these two made their way down to the finals of that competition, where it will be played in Wembley. You remember that Newcastle were able to do the double in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup against Arsenal Football Club, defeating Arsenal 2-0 in the two-leg tie in the semi-finals of the competition. And this means that they have booked a spot in the finals of the Carabao Cup against Liverpool, who came from behind to defeat Tottenham Hotspur to proceed to the finals of the Carabao Cup after defeating Tottenham Hotspur 4-0 in the semi-final second leg to proceed to the finals of that particular competition. Tottenham Hotspur are out of another tournament, this time around out of the Carabao Cup, where they were one leg into the finals, but Liverpool showed their dominance against Tottenham Hotspur to proceed to the finals of that particular competition, and the Postecoglou side out of another tournament, while Liverpool are still hunting their treble this season in the world of football. And talking about Liverpool and Tottenham, we will talk about the FA Cup tie that we witnessed during the weekend, the 4th round of the FA Cup, where Liverpool, Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur has been knocked out of that particular competition. Quite a sad one for Arne Slot's team, who were hoping to win 4 trophies in the sports season with Liverpool. But quickly let's go on a very short break, and when we're right back, we'll continue right from where we stopped.
JK Royal Signatures, a blend of African fabric.
Welcome back, and we're still talking football, talking about Liverpool, Chelsea Football Club and Tottenham Hotspur out of the FA Cup tie. They won't be proceeding to the 5th round of the FA Cup after Liverpool were defeated by the League One side, where you talk about few months, and we saw Chelsea being defeated by Brighton, and Tottenham Hotspur couldn't win Aston Villa to proceed to the next round of the competition. And this means that Tottenham Hotspur are out of all that competition except the Europa League, where we saw Aston Villa proceeding to the 5th round of the competition for the first time since the year 2015 in the FA Cup tie. It's going to be an interesting one, as we saw Manchester United defeating Leicester for the 3rd time this season in various competition, and this means that they have proceeded to the 5th round of the competition. Manchester City, after a scary start against another League One side, were able to proceed to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Is going to be an interesting one. We will be seeing the tie between Manchester City and Manchester United when the draw comes out. And another interesting one in the world of football, as we'll be traveling down to Spain, we talk about Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid match that took place during the weekend. It was the Madrid derby between these two that ended 1-1 apiece. They were able to share points in favor of Barcelona, who were able to win their match during the weekend. Barcelona were able to win Sevilla 4-1 to narrow the gap between themselves. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid at the top of the Spanish La Liga. It's just 1 point between these three at the top of the Spanish La Liga right now. Barcelona have their eyes on the goal and believe that they can close the gap between the Atletico Madrid side and the Real Madrid side to occupy the top of the Spanish La Liga table like they did in the beginning of the season. You take nothing away from Barcelona this time around, getting a win against Sevilla, scoring 4-1 in that particular encounter between them. Is an interesting outing for them, and it's going to be an interesting outing tonight in the world of the UEFA Champions League. We'll be seeing the knockout phase of the UEFA Champions League taking place tonight between Manchester City and Real Madrid. These two will be facing each other for the 4th time in a row in the UEFA Champions League. Pep Guardiola has already said it looks like a derby between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Real Madrid that were able to share points with Atletico Madrid will be going down to Manchester City to hope to proceed to the next phase of the UEFA Champions League. Will they be able to do that? Manchester City looks to be struggling right now with football after bearing to get a win against another League One side, where we talk about the team struggling and scored them first in that particular match in the FA Cup. Will they be able to show a strong display in tonight's match in the UEFA Champions League, getting the first win before the return leg in the Santiago Bernabeu? And also talking about the UEFA Champions League, we'll be seeing Brest taking on Paris Saint-Germain, who are yet to lose a match in the Ligue 1 this season. Remember, these two have faced each other in the Ligue 1, and Paris Saint-Germain were able to defeat Brest in that particular competition. Will they be able to reciprocate this in the UEFA Champions League to proceed to the next round of the UEFA Champions League? These are so many speculations ahead of tonight's match in the UEFA Champions League. We'll be seeing PSV taking on Juventus also, and we'll be seeing Sporting taking on Borussia Dortmund that lost their match during the weekend. And talking about the Bundesliga, we talk about the league leaders Bayern Munich, who are currently occupying the top spot. They'll be taking on Celtic tonight in the UEFA Champions League. So many interesting matches will be played at the knockout phase, particularly looking forward to proceeding to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. It's going to be an interesting one to watch out for between all these teams in the UEFA Champions League tonight. And this is the length at which we'll be going on this week's episode of Sport Vibe on DNT Work. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media handles at Sport Vibe on DNT Work. Remain blessed, remain a law-abiding citizen, and enjoy your week. Thank you.